Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just want to say thanks for being part of the IA Business Advisors team. My name is Corey, and I'm going to give you an overview of how to use Zoho projects. So Zoho projects allows us to manage each client's project individually to allow IA Business Advisors and our clients to stay on task and on time. So to start, you're going to receive an email from Zoho to join their portal. So you're going to just click on the Join This Portal right here. It's going to take you to a page that has you create a password. I already created a password, so that's why it's going to say this my URL link has expired. But you're just going to have a password for you to create. And once you create that password and press enter, it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. So this right here is the feed. The feed is basically has the status, task, and it shows you like things people have done. It allows users to send messages and mention other users. So we can add tasks, milestones, documents, forums, issues. And I'm going to go over this more in depth when we get there. This is just to show you that this is where you see everything that happens for the most part. You can also mention someone as well. So if I wanted to mention Sierra and ask her, tell her like you have a question for her, you'd use the @ just like you're using Twitter, @Sierra, and you'd say, "Hey, I need your help," and you'd submit it, and that will come up on the feed. You're just gonna have to wait a sec here, and it'll pop up right there. I'll say, "Hey, I need your help." So let's get into the tasks. So when you get added to a project, so it says it right here, and also you can view your different projects, but we only have one right here. So you go to your project, we'll call this Zoho Client Portal. So we'll go to the task. This right here is where you open and close tasks, you look at what you have to do. So when you want to like create a task list, you just come right here and you say website. You can add also a related milestone to that as well. And in that task list, you can create tasks and add other users to the task as well. So we'll call this SEO. And it comes up as unassigned. So you can go to it by clicking on the blue part, and you can select the owner for that. You can have a start date and end date. Duration, you can have the priority be high or low. You can have them send you reminders. It also has a completion percentage and recurrence. And then down here, in this little categories over here, there's a comment section. So like I said, back up in the feed, how you can mention people. You can also mention people in here as well, using the same thing with the @ sign. So it's like @Sierra, I need help with a website. And when you do that, it's going to show up in her notifications, but it's going to correlate to the task at hand. So when she sees that, she'll see that it was for this task. And there's also subtasks as well. There's documents you can add to this, forums, dependency, and activities. Okay. So let's say we finished a task. So we'll come down here, getting familiar with Zoho projects. So we finished it. We logged in to Zoho, and we looked over the Zoho feed. So what we're going to do is, it's open. We're going to go on the drop-down menu and click Closed. So it says tasks updated successfully. So we're just going to refresh the page. And you'll see it's not there anymore. So you can still view it, but it's just you have to go to here because we're only viewing only open tasks. You can view all tasks, and then you'll see the ones that are closed. Or you could view only closed tasks. And obviously other ones you can view the overdue, not assigned, and unscheduled ones as well. And there's also, let me get back to all open. So depending on your preference, there's 3 different styles. You can look to see, look at your tasks. I always use classic. That's just what I've been using. There's plain, which is basically like classic, and then there's Kanban, which is kind of a little different looking. They all still has the same purpose. It's just the way you like it visually. So when you're getting assigned tasks and whatnot, and you're opening and closing, you're gonna get notifications for everything. So if you go right here, it'll usually tell you, show you that you have notifications whether someone posted a comment and tagged you in it, or someone added you to a task, whatever it may be. Sometimes getting a lot of notifications is a little bit ridiculous. So in order to manage that, you can come to here and you go to notifications, and you can kind of customize what you want to get notified for. So I can click here, if I get commented on, I want to get a notification for that and everything else. So it's fairly customizable. Also for the profile, you can change the theme you want, you can add a nickname, you can put a photo in there so people have a name to match up with the face. So now we're on to issues. So this is, if anything isn't going right, or there's just something that's just kind of messed up, you can submit an issue here via email. Also, there's different views like Kanban, the status of them as well. So that's pretty self-explanatory. The next one I wanted to talk about is milestones. So milestones are a way of showing upcoming events and a way to delegate work. So there's 2 milestones up here right now, 10th project and 11th project. We're just going to add a milestone, we'll call it 12th project. And you have a start date and end date on there. You can pick who's responsible. You add that there. And then this is going to come to task list, issues that you can add to the certain milestone, as well as adding a comment. So if we just click on the back arrow, you'll see that we added it. You can still click on it and look at it. So now we're on the documents. So the documents part allows IA business advisors and clients to view and edit documents without having to keep sending each other documents through email. So it's kind of like a Google Drive where everyone can work on things at the same time and collaborate without having different versions of stuff and whatnot, and things getting confused. So this organizes it better and makes things more simple. So we'll start off right here. We'll just create a new spreadsheet, and we'll name it website. So it's going to show up in a new tab. So we're just going to type in here, we're just going to write Zoho. And you'll see in the top right, it's going to say, save that whatever the time may be. So it does do an autosave, and this is really good. Also, if there's another, let's say you were working with one of the associates at IA, you would see them editing it. They'd have a different color on the cursor if you see how mine's going around in the green. You'd see them working on it. And you can also view their version history and see who's edited anything, as well as create a new version of the document. So let's say you wanted to spice it up a little bit. Let's just call this version 2. So I create that, and if you go back to the version history, you're going to see then I made that change to it. And you just click back to editor, and when you're done with it, like I said before, it automatically saves, so all you have to do is exit out of it. And it's going to pop up right there. There's also different views you can customize with. That's the one I usually use, so you can kind of have a preview of the document. You can also view it by document, spreadsheet, or presentation. Recent favorites. There's different folders you can sort them into. So, that being said, let's go to forums. Forums allows you to create discussion posts to ask and respond to questions. So we'll just create a new forum post here. We'll call it website. And the content, we'll say website questions. And we can pick the category you want it in. You can post as a Q&A or as a sticky note. We'll just do it as a Q&A for now. You can select the user as well. So you can post a comment from here. And if you come back, you see it's up there. So now let's go to reports. So reports kind of shows you a visual representation of how tasks are. It's basically shows you a chronological timeline, a different way to look at the tasks at hand. So if you see right here, create a LinkedIn account. Duration 1 day, it'll show you from here to here. You can also view milestone as well. It'll show you all of them on here. So that's basically it. We'll just come back up to here. So I hope this video was helpful. Thanks again for being part of the IA Business Advisors team. Have a good one.